The non-interest finance industry in Nigeria is budding but gaining traction as ethical investors continue to embrace the product offerings and opportunities in the market. From the impact of almost 1 trillion naira raised through Sukuk for infrastructure financing, non-interest proffers pragmatic solutions to sustainable finance in Nigeria. Hello and welcome to Islamic Finance Weekly. I am Rahma Say Muhammad. Let us recap some key developments and stories for January 2024. We begin with the story that Nigeria is committed to embracing Islamic finance, and the government has emphasized the need to fully adopt the Islamic financial system, stating that the world can no longer afford the elevated high levels of interest-based financing. Finance Minister Mr. Wale Edun made this point at the Securities and Exchange Commission and Islamic Finance Services Board's workshop in Abuja. He emphasized the imperative of deeper understanding and utilization of Islamic finance, calling it a veritable tool for financing development. The Islamic finance segment of the Nigerian financial services industry reached an estimated $2.9 billion as at the end of 2022. At a recent forum on the non-interest capital market, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Lami Oyuguda, said outstanding Sukuk accounted for 57% of the amount. Islamic banks followed with 42%, while the remaining 1% was split between Islamic funds and Takaful. According to Yuguda, the development shows that the Nigerian market makes up just 0.9% of the global non-interest market, indicating the dire need for more growth. At the subnational level, Sokoto State signed an agreement with the Islamic Development Bank in developing its agricultural and healthcare sectors. Governor Ahmed Aliyu, while addressing the officials of the Islamic Development at the Council Chamber, Government House, Sokoto, announced the formation of the State Technical Team under the Secretary of State Government. Expected to develop details of the area, the state expects the ISDB to intervene. We go on a break, and when we return, you will get further updates. Welcome back. Here is the Fact Box segment. Well, here is a fact. According to Darul Halal, Nigeria is the second largest consumer market for halal products and services in Africa, and the size of this is $107 billion. Revealing huge prospects for growth between 2024 and 2027. This covers food, fashion, travel, media, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals. We'll keep tabs on development in this industry throughout the year. Now to our next story. iInvest, an investment platform, has announced the launch of the Madaraba term deposit on its mobile application towards inclusive and faith-aligned investing. iInvest Mudaraba offering is a carefully curated investment package embodying Sharia compliance at its core. Upon maturity, the capital and the profits are returned to the investor, reinforcing the commitment to transparency and ethical financial practices. For our short video, here is the comment from the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Nigeria Exchange Limited on the prospects for the growth of the non-interest capital market in 2024. Let's have a look.
So if you look at the global Sukuk market, it's about 5.6 trillion, and it's expected to keep growing. It grows almost like a double digit. And the NGS has done significantly well if we look at the master plan of the SEC, where they are looking for non-interest instruments that are listed to be up to 50 and to be up to 5 trillion in terms of market cap. So the NGX is working with other stakeholders, working with Islamic Development Institute and other critical stakeholders to first build capacity, because there's a lot of misconception, and that's why you don't see a lot of products. Non-interest does not really mean Islamization of the financial system, but it's an ethical instrument that can be utilized just around the Sharia principles that discourages gambling and excessive risk taking. So that in itself makes it a an instrument that investors who hitherto will not come into the market because of ethical reasons can now come in. And we have seen it from all the issuances that have been done. They are typically oversubscribed. There's hardly secondary market trading activity because nobody wants to sell. We don't have enough instrument. And if you look at the PFAs, there's a 50 billion naira allocation that you'll find in Form 6 that is not fully utilized because the instruments are not there. And so that is very key in our agenda. And the SEC is also looking at how to help improve the regulation of that market so that more corporates can issue. So that is the angle that the exchange will work from: capacity building, investor education, and partnerships to enhance the deepening of the market and help corporates utilize this tool or this instrument to raise the much needed capital for growth and development across board.
Now to our last story. At the global scene, Mr. Mohammed Zubair Mughal, the Chief Executive Officer of Al Huda Center of Islamic Banking and Economics, recently asserted that Islamic finance has shown remarkable resilience in the face of unprecedented challenges. According to him, Islamic finance industry holds a lot of prospects for growth in 2024, as Islamic banks are witnessing a steady rise in profits, with figures reaching up to 40% in some regions. This positive trajectory is bolstered by increased regulatory support, with initiatives like Sharia-compliant investments further solidifying the industry's foundation, he said. The CEO of Al Huda went further to explain how the issuance of Sukuk, Sharia-compliant financial instruments, has seen remarkable prominence. Mr. Mughal predicts Sukuk investments will reach 160 to 180 billion US dollars by 2025. Driven by impactful sovereign and corporate issuances, this surge positions Sukuk as a vital engine for Islamic finance expansion. And that brings us to the end of Islamic Finance Weekly today. Well, don't forget to keep it to date with us next week on the program. Follow us on all our social media platforms displayed on the screen. Thank you for watching. I am Rahma Say Muhammad.